Welcome back to Newsviews. I'm Judy Sue. We're talking now about protecting your personal information and preventing fraud during the holiday shopping season with my guest here this morning, Con Tran. He is the co-founder of Rippleshot, a fraud analytics firm. Good morning. Nice to have you here.
Good morning, Judy.
All right, so now we're talking about safe holiday shopping. So I'm going to get started by asking, is there any big overall trend, anything new when it comes to online security or any alerts we need to be aware of right now?
Sure, Judy. The big news this year for the holiday fraud season is the Equifax breach a couple months ago, right? That's really going to change, I believe, some of the fraud patterns this year, right? You're already seeing that in some of the scams that the fraudsters are perpetrating to try to steal your information.
Okay, and then the number one recommendation is to go freeze your credit. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I think to be safe, you can call the credit bureaus to freeze your account so that if anybody's trying to apply for a credit card under your name, they won't be able to do that.
So during the holiday season, when it comes to fraudulent activity, obviously it's around all year. Do we really see an uptick during the holiday season?
Yes, you do. As a matter of fact, it's the holiday season, you see an uptick in shopping, but the fraudsters, it's also the holiday shopping season for them too, for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons is banks and credit unions are very loath to stop your authorization during this credit season. You're in line, you're shopping, there are people behind you, right? And you get the bank calling you and declining your card, you can get really upset.
Right.
You might not use that card again. So the banks know that, and they're not going to do anything to turn off your credit. Right?
Which means if it is being fraudulently used,
it'll go through as well.
It'll go through as well.
And the fraudsters know that.
All right, let's talk about some of the top, you guys came up with a top 5 scams. We're going to go through this quickly, okay?
Sure.
Number 1 scam, hi, this is your bank calling.
Right. Actually, it happened to me, right? So I get a call on my mobile phone, says, hi, this is your bank calling. We have an issue to talk to you about a personal matter on your personal loan. Please call this number back, right? So I call the number back, and they tell me it's from Chase, which is my bank. So I call the number back, and they ask for my credit card information just to verify it, and they ask me for my birth date, right? And that's when I say, how do I know if this is Chase? And they say, well, call the number on your back of your Chase card, your 800 number, and they'll transfer you back to us. So at that point, I thought, most people say, okay, here's my birth date, right? But what I did, I just stopped it. I called the number at Chase on the back and said, that's not us calling you. Right.
All right.
So they know, they already have my mobile number. They know that I bank at Chase, right? They're just confirming certain information, including my birth date. And I can't imagine it's not due to things like the Equifax breach or other data breach where they're stealing your information already.
Okay, so always call the institution yourself.
Correct.
Right? Okay, instead of answering that phone. Number 2, the great timeshare vacation deal.
Yeah. So you'll get a call, a very legitimate call from a timeshare, like Hilton, for example, will say, hey, 4 days, 3 nights, for a very reduced price, and all we want you to do is to attend a 2-hour timeshare seminar. That happens all the time, and that's very legitimate, right? But there are other companies that pretend to be Hilton and say, we have 3 resorts, and you can go look online. Here are the 3 resorts. If you want this, we need to verify your information, your home address, because we need to send you this packet. And by the way, what's your birthday? So we need to verify this as well, that you're legitimate to do that. Right?
Okay, and that's good to know.
Yeah.
Number 3, there's been fraudulent activity on your account, so you get a notification.
Right. And that's supposed to, hey, Judy, we say there's some fraud. Can you call us back and verify that you made these transactions? And when you call back to verify that, they'll ask you information, again, on your personal information.
So that's the warning sign. When they're asking for more information, don't do it. Click here to update your Netflix information. This has made the news,
Yes, that's been news. And so it's Netflix's other information, other websites that says, hey, click here, we need to update your information. So never do that, because if you notice, when you log into a website, and if you need to update your information, they'll ask you after you log in. They'll never send you an email to say, please update your information.
Okay, and then lastly, warning from about Amazon fake email scam. I've seen this.
Yes, right. So they send you an email with either an offer or something on Amazon, and they ask you to click this link. That link takes you to a website that's malware. It will download malware on your
All right, so now we're going to talk about what you can do. Top 3 tips off the top of, what do we do to protect ourselves?
The 3 big trends, Judy, is 1, try to protect your personal information. So when you get a call asking for personal information, don't give it over the phone, right? Always call back the institutions to verify, right? Never provide information and password on a site that you're not familiar with, right?
Okay.
So always try to protect your information. The second thing, people don't like to do this, but I tell them all the time, is monitor your credit card and debit card transactions at least on a monthly basis. Most people actually do not take the advice that don't do it, so they actually don't see some of the frauds that are on there.
You're right.
right?
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
It is, and the fraudsters know that. But
okay.
That's something you need to do.
And then?
The third is make sure you shop at safe places, both online and on bricks and mortar, right? So online, if a deal's too good to be true from a web retailer you never heard of, particularly during holiday season, don't do it, right? And also look for the S in HTTPS, because that's a secure, and that's more secure website than one that's just HTTP, right? And for online ATMs, also mostly go to the bank ATMs. They're checked more often for skimmers than convenience store ATMs or ATMs that people don't pay a lot of attention to.
All right, very good advice. We just have to do it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for coming in, and safe shopping this holiday season. And that does it for Newsviews. Thank you for joining us on the Sunday. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a happy Thanksgiving. Now let's go back to the news desk.